Hello everyone, I'm Chris McCarthy.
And I'm Reagan Danner, and you're watching JPC News. A new app called Confidential CC has been developed for Android, which allows the user to create self-destructing emails that can only be viewed once by the recipient.
Wow, that sounds like something out of a spy movie. Well, now on to politics.
Thanks, guys. Hello, everyone. Believe it or not, there is not much news to report on politics due to the huge coverage the election is getting. That's right, the big GOP debate was last Thursday night on Fox News, and it certainly drew in a large audience. Over 24 million viewers tuned in to see the Republican candidates spar with one another, with moderators laying down tough questions. Chris Christie and Rand Paul were two that engaged in a heated exchange over the Patriot Act, while Donald Trump was hit with a hardball question regarding his treatment toward women, which he then thought was an unfair question from Megyn Kelly. There was no clear winner of the debate. However, from poll results, we can see that Trump is still leading with 23%, followed by Ted Cruz at 13% and Ben Carson, who has gained publicity now at 11%. On the flip side, in the Democratic side of things, Bernie Sanders has been more and more active trying to beat out Hillary Clinton for the Democratic spot. Sanders now just follows Clinton by 6 points in a new New Hampshire poll, which means she might not be the clear slam dunk winner all the Democrats had thought. In addition, she also has the FBI now investigating her email scandal that she deleted classified emails. Also still, we're waiting to hear if Vice President Joe Biden is going to throw his hat in the race as well. If he does, that'll definitely put up more barriers for her, Ms. Clinton, to climb the Democratic nomination and be president. Well, that's pretty much all we have going on right now. Stay tuned for next week. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Brendan. Last Friday, Google announced that it is releasing a live streaming gaming service called YouTube Gaming.
With more than 25,000 games available, the new service is setting itself as rival to Amazon's Twitch service.
Now on to sports.
Hello, I'm John Green here for your Sports Weekly update. On Wednesday was the soccer game between the seniors and the underclassmen. It was a great turnout, and the seniors ended up winning the thrilling game 4-3. The star of that game was Steven Chapman with 2 goals. And hopefully next year that we can have the same tradition going as the seniors battle the underclassmen to show who's a better team. I can't ad-lib. Oh well, okay. The NFL preseason kicked off last Sunday with the Vikings and the Steelers. The Vikings won 14-6 in the Hall of Fame game. For most teams, the preseason will start this weekend, including yesterday, with the Chargers and the Cowboys playing each other at Qualcomm Stadium. In other NFL news, starting quarterback for the Jets, Geno Smith, is out for 6 to 10 weeks with a broken jaw. Apparently, he got the broken jaw in an altercation and fight in the locker room in a dispute over $600. In the MLB on Wednesday, pitcher Hisashi Iwakuma for the Seattle Mariners got a no-hitter against the Baltimore Orioles. It is the 5th no-hitter in Mariners history and is the first AL no-hitter in 3 years. In the MLB standings, the Blue Jays lead the Yankees by half game in the AL East. The Royals have a dominant lead over the AL Central with an 11-game lead. And the AL West, the Astros have a 2-game lead over the Angels. In the NL East, the Mets have a 3.5-game lead over the Nationals. The Cardinals have a 7-game lead in the NL Central. In the NL West, the Dodgers have a 3.5-game lead in their division as well. That is your sports update for the week. I'm John Green. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, John. Scientists from Ohio State University have discovered that increasing a key protein could stop the flu virus from replicating in the body.
Scientists hope that one day this knowledge could lead to a cure of the seasonal ailment.
Now on to Brian with business.
Thank you, and welcome to this week's segment on business and finance. Crude oil has hit a 6-year low of just under $42 per barrel, as opposed to back in 2014 when it was $114 per barrel. This is because we have a surplus of oil in the stagnant economy in China. This means that gas prices will be going down until the demand for oil goes up with normal seasonal demand. And it is projected that the crude oil will stay under $70 per barrel for the next year. So that means that gas prices will be good for the next year. And back to the studio.
Thank you, Brian. Angry Birds 2 has recently made its way onto the market, featuring new characters, an enriched gameplay experience, and all new challenges. while the goal of the game remains essentially unchanged from the original.
In other news, Japan has just debuted its innovative Car in a Bag. It's a motorized platform about the size of a tablet that can reach up to 6 miles per hour and is designed for easy personal transport, much like a scooter or a skateboard.
Now on to world news with Jenna.
Thank you, Chris and Reagan. Greece and its creditors have come to an agreement which will allow the country's banks to be recapitalized by the end of 2015. And in other world news, the military activity occurring right now in Russia and NATO have other countries worried about the conflict that might happen between the two. And down in northern China, there were large, deadly explosions that happened Wednesday night that sent 700 people to the hospital. And they were so large that even it was seen from outer space. And speaking of space, Monday night, the NASA astronauts were able to taste the very first space-grown vegetables. Thank you. That's all I have for World News today. Back to you, Chris and Reagan.
Join us tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday in the soundstage for the acting production project entitled A Couple by Coward, which is a compilation of plays by Noel Coward. For more information, visit the JP Catholic News Facebook page.
Well, that's all we have for today. Thanks for tuning in with us. I'm Chris.
And I'm Reagan, and this is JPC News.